Look, boy, I ain't from the hood, boy, but I'm a dog like good boy. I'm kinda good at the rap, so I'm like, I should, boy. Home Depot, and I wish a nigga would, boy. Yeah, Stinger Johnson and this. Ay, look, married to the game, no elope. You cannot find me like remote. Blow so cold, need a coat. I feel like Oprah, everybody get some smoke. Sheesh, I feel like Vicky when I bob and I weave. I pull out my meat and she's like, can I see?
Hey guys, Dale the Options Guru here at Think Tank Trading. Thanks for joining my live watch list. So I do have a few things I want to cover tonight, but real quick guys, I just want to show you a few things. I see so many new traders nowadays on stock tweets, on Facebook, social media in general, that just are losing badly, all right? Now I want to show you a key thing that'll just help you guys in the future and show you why sometimes it's just not how it seems, all right? So I'm going to pull up a ticker real quick. I want to show you guys ticker symbol INPX, all right? So after the COVID crash and this thing came all the way down, if you look at the floor on this stock has never gone under 92 cents, all right? Since March 19th, it's found its base down here. It keeps having its little pumps, and then it sells off, comes to that base, has a pump, comes to that base, has a big pump, all right? This stock is notorious for that. It makes really easy swing trades, but here's where people go wrong. They see this big green pump, and they buy here. You don't ever want to buy the FOMO or the spike. You want to buy as low as you possibly can. You literally have to change your way of thinking, right? Buy deep red. If it goes a little redder, you average in as low as you can and you wait for that spike to come. Historically, it's came every single time, and historically, it's never lost that base support. So for me, you can be pretty confident in a trade like that. So for example, you're not necessarily going to get it at 92 cents on the head. It may never reach 92 cents again. It might reach 92 cents next week. There's no way to know these things. No one has a crystal ball. They can only go off of fundamentals, market sentiment, and technical indicators and the company itself, all right? But what you can do is know that $1 to $1.05 is very, very low for this company. It has a history of big moves. Buy at $1.05. If it does come down towards that 92 cents and 95 cents, average in, get as low as you possibly can, and just wait for one of these big green days, guys. And I know it doesn't seem like much, but if you were to buy here at $1 and simply just swing it to 170, that's a 70% trade, right? If you bought 10,000 shares of it, like I would, that's a nice gain just for a 30 to 60 day hold, right? Pay 10 grand, sell it for 17,000 or potentially 28,000 on that last spike in just a short period of time. But although the time frame for me is short, for some people it's not too short. A lot of people buy a stock. If that thing doesn't move within 2 or 3 days, they're getting rid of it and selling it for a loss, and buying something that's running currently, NFTs or whatever the fad, GameStop, AMC, whatever's pumping that day. A lot of people buy the pump, and then when it sells off, they sell for a loss, and they literally just repeat that cycle over and over again. And I was going to tell you right now that is a losing strategy. What you do is buy deep red, average in lower at that base support. You want to buy when no one else wants to buy, right? That is how you get a discount. If you bought when everyone else wants to buy, you're typically buying at a very, very high price, all right? So these are just things that I've learned over time, guys. You have to be patient with these things. And I'm going to show you another quick example. So when this hit 92 cents over here, this is 5.4, okay? Or we'll go even back. Let's say 4.14. This thing just traded sideways. It didn't get its run all the way until June 9th, okay? So you're talking about 2 months of literally just trading sideways, and then it runs up for essentially a couple weeks, right? Sold all the way back off, came back to its support. You had a couple little pops in there, but really this is going from 928 all the way until February when it ran up, right? Now that is a long time for some people to wait, but if you really look at the big picture on it, that's a 300% swing trade. Now, I don't know anybody that would not take that. I know people that pay financial advisors for 10 to 15% a year, which is solid for some of these companies, and they're happy with that, but they're not willing to wait 4 months for 300%. You see what I mean? It's just all a matter of perspective. So for me, I'm extremely patient with these things. I buy in as low as I can, and I just wait for my time. And my time almost always comes, and everyone that's followed me over the last year sees it, guys. I just wait these things out. So we're going to cover one more, and then we're going to look into some things that I think are about to turn around going into next week. So using the same strategy as I just showed you on in Pixin, look at Mustang Bio, all right, ticker symbol MBIO. If you scale out on this, you can see a very, very similar type of pattern, all right? This thing came all the way down. This thing hit $2.07 down here, had this nice little rally to $6.44 and even $10.34, probably higher than that if you go in down on a lower time frame, but it keeps coming back down to the support level. So I want to show you guys something real quick. Support, support, support. Lost support momentarily, but you got to understand this is the March 19th stock market crash, all right? So I'm not necessarily worried about a couple weeks at the very most where a stock lost its base support levels, because you can look at the chart and there's no stock that didn't lose support on those days, all right? So if we don't really account for this small period of time, Mustang Bio held the same support level every single time the rest of the year, all right? Had highs of 10 plus, things at $3.24 right now. And if you scale in on it right now, it just actually hit support again on 12/14 at $2.57 and already ran to $5.20, right? Almost 100% swing trade in a very, very, very short period of time. Who would not take that? See, stocks like this, these are ones I buy a lot of. I buy 1, 10, 20,000 of these things, and I just patiently wait for that day. And sometimes you wake up pre-market, these things get news, and they're just gone. So looking at where we would buy this now, so it just had its balance at 276, and then 2 times right around $3, right? If you guys want to be really, really safe, you could wait and see if this thing comes back and bounces off these same levels as it has in the past. There's just no guarantee that this stock is going to come down and hit that exact level again. It is very possible that it does, but if this thing does pump to $5, $6, $7, $10 again, and you can buy it at $3, I still say it's worth grabbing a position on it. So what you do is you buy a starter position. This is why we emphasize this so much. So at $3 range, I would get a starter position. If I do think it does have some downside, I would get a quarter position right here, okay? 25% of whatever I planned on spending on this. Say I decided I'm buying 1,000 shares of this, okay? I'm going to buy 250 shares here. If it comes down to the second support, I'll add 250 more. If it comes down to this major support, then I'm going to add my other 50%, right? And the reason I'm back heavy on that is to get my average down as low as I possibly can. But if it does take off without me, I at least have 25 to 50% in the stock. So jumping over to tip ranks real quick, I want to show you guys a couple analysts on this and what their price target is for this company. All right, so I'm on the Tip Ranks website. I did post a link for this. It is also in the description. If you guys ever want a really good research tool, this company is really, really solid, guys. You guys see all the different ones I use, and this one's at the top of the list. You can see insider buying, all the news immediately, all the price target upgrades immediately. It filters everything you're searching for really easily. So really, really solid company. To me, it was well worth the premium I paid to purchase this. It essentially has already paid for itself. So looking at this was just 2 days ago, 3 days ago, all right? reiterated 3 times, price target of 13.7. Oppenheimer doesn't show his on there, but I'll tell you it was north of 5. And then the last 3 months ago was 13 and 10. And I'll tell you why this is a key level, all right? Look at the date of when they reiterated their price target, and you look at the news, and you see that 4 days ago is when they had earnings. Now, they did miss earnings, and that's why it's reflected on the stock price as to why it went down. But just because you miss earnings, especially as an early biotech company, almost none of them are profitable. Okay, you can't just go off of that. As they create new drugs, as they go through their clinical trials, some of these drugs really take off, and you see these stocks just absolutely go parabolic. So clearly they're seeing something in there after they watched their presentation as to why that they raised their price target to north of $10. So I'm telling you guys, it's pretty good buy at $3. Just do understand this. When there is a price target, it is a 12-month forecast, okay? Don't expect to buy this thing and, within 2 days it's up 300% like they have in their price target. Typically, it doesn't happen like that. Sometimes it does. But it's definitely going to be a buy for me, guys. Going back over to the chart here, just like I said, those are going to be my buy zones. My price target for it, I'm just literally going to the top of this channel right here. You guys see this is major support on this. It does not get more clear to me, all right? We're bouncing off support and just hitting resistance, okay? This is just trading in a very, very, very predictable pattern, all right? And until it shows me otherwise, I absolutely will capitalize on that, as I have with hundreds of stocks in the past. So I'm going to be buying down here at support, and I'm just simply going to swing into resistance on this, all right? Which is going to be right at $5, minimum $4.50, okay? That is my price target for this, and we're going to move on to the next one. All right, so I know we brought up a lot of SPACs lately, and, SPACs really are not that cool right now. Just being honest with you guys, they're not. SPACs have been selling off. All growth stocks have been selling off lately. You guys have seen the value stock rise dramatically. Things like Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, Merck, things that are just really safe, good dividends, long-term investments. People are flooding into plays like that. Meanwhile, these growth stocks and these pre-revenue companies, they're taking a beating. You look at ticker symbol SKLZ, Skills. It had a high of 46.30. We're sitting down here at 18.60, all right? Now, why is this a key level? If you look at it, I'll show you the floor for this. I'm going to tell you where I absolutely do not think that it will go under, all right? If you look at when this was a SPAC, this one was getting rejected right here at this level. You'd see it trade sideways, get rejected, trade sideways, and it finally broke this level right here, all right? That is a very, very key level, because when these stocks break resistance levels, it uses those levels as new support. You see, even when it sold off the next day, it held its support level, pushed up, found new support. Since this new support, it's never lost this support yet, all right? So if it does, I think that this secondary support absolutely holds up, all right? This one in particular might hold up, but I haven't really seen a lot of strength on some of the other indicators. So what I'm going to do is, for my long-term portfolio, I'm absolutely going to be adding this one. I'll be buying anything around $18, some maybe even $18.60 where it's even at now. And if it comes back down towards $15, I'm not going to panic sell any of those shares, all right? I will only add to this company, because what I see is big time money in this thing in the future. If you look at this company, and I'm going to show you a couple key things, they're getting more user time than Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, you name it. People, especially in our age group, are using this stock a ton, all right? It's not necessarily a gambling stock, but it is a gaming stock that teaches you skills, and you do get a cash reward for it. So we're going to jump over and look at the website real quick. There are a few other articles that I'm going to post in the Discord for you guys. Skills is disrupting the massive mobile gaming industry. You can read into this article. It will be posted. Also, the Motley Fool, who is also a very long-term investor, as are his followers. They're really big into this stock as well. Jumping over, I know this is a CNBC article, but if you look at this, esports gaming platform Skills hooks users even more than Netflix and Facebook. So if you guys really think about the monetization of this stock and what they're doing and who they're attracting, you're talking about major growth potential. All right. Short term, I think that this thing gets back to 25 plus. And I'm not saying within the next couple days, but within the next couple months for sure. Long term, $50 to $100 stock, man, hands down. Especially if they continue the pace that they're at. They hit 90% revenue over the last year that they grew. Among many other great things about this company, guys. You guys know that I'm big on things like that. I do have a secondary video coming out. I did make this one for somebody simply because he asked me why he keeps losing on trades. So I just wanted to give a few examples as to what new traders do opposed to veteran traders. Veteran traders average in and wait for that spike. New traders immediately sell for a loss. Now, take that with a grain of salt, guys. I'm not saying that every stock that you hold should you average down on. That's not what I'm saying. Some stocks you do have to cut your losses on those. It depends on your entry. It depends on so many other variables. But if something has a really solid support level, I'm not going to cut it at least until that major support is lost. You see what I mean? That is the difference on that. So if you guys have any other questions, please leave comments. I will go over anything that you guys want. I've already got requests for covered calls, selling cash secured puts, among many other things. We're going to be implementing all of these also coming into this week, guys. So thank you guys for joining tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please do like and subscribe to the channel. The content will continue to get better. I'll continue to get better as well. But I appreciate all of you guys, and do know for the newbies here, I'm not a financial advisor, guys. I just somebody who loves teaching, loves stocks. I do trade full time, and I'm going to be in this game for the rest of my life, and I'm going to continue to learn and grow myself as I have every single day since I've been trading. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you on the next one.